Okay, so today I'm talking about targeted supplementation and the role that that plays in an overall fitness program or lifestyle program. Um, Let me just say before I begin, this is not medical advice. I am not a medical practitioner. Seek your doctor's advice on any changes that you want to make to your nutrition, your training, or supplementation. That being said, I'm going to make a bold statement here, which is that most, if not all, of the modern health problems that we're experiencing are stemming from diet and lifestyle. Specifically, two things that are going on with our food supply. You would have nutrient deficiencies or energy toxicity. So, not enough of things that we do need and too much of things that we don't need. And that's the problem of, like I said, most, if not all, of the health problems. So, anything like type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, cancer, even brain issues, whatever it is, most of it stems from diet and lifestyle. Now, in order to address diet and lifestyle, main things I'm recommending, first of all, that you have good, sound nutrition. Secondly, that you have some type of exercise or movement practice that you do on a regular basis. And then third is to use some targeted supplementation to take those results to the next level. I like to say that supplementation is like the third story of the building, and that we can't build a third story on a vacant lot. But if we've already laid the proper foundation with nutrition and training, then we put supplementation on that and we get way better results than we would otherwise. So, the type of supplements that I'm talking about, basic things that can do a lot. Supplementing your diet, for example, adding a high protein supplement, quality protein supplement to your daily regimen to give you the raw building material that you need to repair every cell of your body. That's happening all day, every day. Protein is our number one highest nutritional requirement on a daily basis, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Without enough protein, we suffer major health problems. Most of that can come from food, but a supplement can help you to fill in the gaps if you're not, let's say you don't have an appetite or you don't have time to cook or prepare foods. It can be a handy option for you in that respect as well. It's not magic, but some myths and misconceptions that people have about protein supplement. Women in particular seem to think that protein is going to make you gain weight or it's going to make you bulky. Okay, so quite the opposite. A protein supplement is going to help you lose weight and look lean and toned. Now, it's contrary to a lot of people's thinking that eating protein and lifting weights could help you lose weight, but more people are coming along to that realization that that is the case. I blame it on a lot of advertising that we've seen over the years. This big bulked up bodybuilder in the magazine or something, lifting a lot of weights and eating a lot of protein. That is an extreme example of what can happen to someone who has awesome genetics. They do nothing but eat, sleep, and train 24/7. That's their job. And they're probably on some other performance enhancing substances if that is the result. Women in particular cannot add a huge amount of muscle mass unless they're really, really trying and they're doing a lot of those things that I said. So you're not going to accidentally gain a lot of muscle anyway. Um, that being said, you're not going to eat protein and gain weight because protein's not an energy source. It's not getting stored as energy. If you eat carbs or fat, some of that gets used as energy. Some of it gets stored for later use as energy. So that's what body fat is, okay? We stored that energy in the first place so that we would have some energy when there's no food around, specifically when there's no carbs or fat around, which throughout most of human history, that was the majority of the time. Thanks to our modern food environment, we're surrounded by lots of high processed carbs and fats. Energy is everywhere. It's abundant. We don't have to do much in the way of activity in order to get it. So therein lies the problem. So good protein supplement, number one recommendation, you're going to do that. Hit your protein target. That will allow you to keep your calories in check. The higher your protein percentage of your diet, the less likely you are to eat fat and carbs, spill over and get stored as body fat. That will actually allow you to tap into your stored body fat and burn that as energy. So that's one of my biggest recommendations. Next thing you could do, a high quality omega-3 fatty acid supplement. Omega-3s are known as essential fatty acids. So we have essential amino acids from our protein. We have our essential fats or essential fatty acids from our omega-3s, EPA and DHA. Those are required. We cannot manufacture those in the body. We have to consume that through food or through supplements. Otherwise, we suffer negative health consequences. Doesn't take a whole lot. It's kind of a small amount. It's just 1 or 2 grams a day, or 1,000 milligrams, 2,000 milligrams per day. But that's for your heart health, brain health, nervous system, just a host of benefits. Another thing is this can help offset some of the unhealthy fats that people might be consuming. The omega-6 fatty acids from things like linoleic acid, that is so-called vegetable oils or industrial seed oils. They're very high in omega-6s, which promotes a lot of inflammation in the body. When your body is inflamed, it is in flames, like as in it's on fire. You cannot address the integrity of the tissue when it's inflamed like that. You got to get the swelling down, get the heat down, get the inflammation down. Then you can heal the body. So for eating a lot of omega-6s and not many omega-3s, that does create a lot of free radicals and, like I said, inflammation in the body. So a good omega-3 fatty acid supplement, along with limiting the omega-6s that you're taking in from those inflammatory industrial seed oils, aka vegetable oils. That's a lot of clever marketing. That's not a vegetable. Canola is not a vegetable. Soy is not a vegetable. Those are things that don't belong in the human diet, but they are the major component in about 60 to 65% of our food supply coming from ultra processed foods. So cut down on that. Get more of the good stuff, less of the bad stuff. You're going to get the inflammation down, improve your cell membrane integrity. Your cells are surrounded by this phospholipid bilayer that allows materials to travel in and out of the cell. If you've got poor quality cells that don't uptake nutrients, you're going to suffer on a cellular level low energy, exhaustion, inability to lose weight, sluggish metabolism, inflammation, on and on and on. So that can help you in that regard. And then the last thing I got here is a good quality fiber. So as far as supplements goes, you can incorporate a fiber supplement into your daily regimen. Of the 3 macronutrients, protein, fat, and carbohydrate, only 2 of those are actually essential, which is protein and fat. We do not require carbohydrate at all. You could go the rest of your life without eating a single gram of carbohydrate and suffer no negative health consequences of any type. That doesn't mean that that's optimal for 100% of the population. The amount of carbohydrate you can consume is based on a few different factors. Number one is how active you are, how much muscle mass you have, along with how insulin sensitive or resistant your body is. And I'll get into that in a future video, more detail about that. But one thing that these carbohydrate containing foods have that is a nutrient is not only vitamins and minerals, which we do need a small amount of on a daily basis, but they are also a source of dietary fiber, which is basically benign. So the more carbohydrates you're eating that are high fiber carbohydrates, the better. So vegetables, for example, if you want to incorporate vegetables into your diet, it's a-okay to do that. The fiber is going to offset the net carbohydrate a little bit and still keep you in your low carb zone where you want to be for maximum fat burning most of the time. On the other hand, something like a potato that's just a pure starch, or white rice that's just a pure starch, that is energy coming into your body that has to either be burned up through activity, which is going to prevent you from burning stored body fat, or it's going to end up getting stored as either glycogen or as body fat for future use. So just keeping that in mind, the less of that you can do for fat loss, the better. Throw in some fiber so you get the positive aspects from your carbohydrate foods without the net carbohydrate increase that's going to spike your insulin, blood sugar. Most of your carbohydrates should be high fiber carbohydrates. If you're not going to be diligent to eat a lot of high fiber foods, throw in a little supplement like some psyllium fiber husk. That's just a powder that you can just take, mix it in with your shake if you want. That helps keep your blood sugar in check. It helps to keep your body eliminating waste products effectively, so you're not suffering ill effects from factors, building up over time, etc., and allows you to keep your system clean so you can uptake more of the nutrients that you take in as food, produce high quality body, high quality energy and life. That's all for today. I'll be back soon with another video, and until next time, stay strong and enjoy the journey.